Good evening, folks. It's Diamond with the Oppenheimer Ranch Project and Magnetic Reversal News, bringing you a grand solar minimum update Friday, May 24th, 9 p.m. Mountain Time 2024. The uplift on the Reykjanes Peninsula has now exceeded 5 previous eruptions. That means that a fissure eruption is imminent anytime soon. White Island volcano, also in New Zealand, is showing renewed activity with gas steam-rich plumes this morning. The alert level was risen to 3. Keep calm. It's boom time. Buckle up. Dangerous, severe weather with violent tornadoes. Extreme wind threatens millions over Memorial Day weekend. Tornadoes and record high temperatures expected as well for Texas, the nexus of the Schmexus. The highest tornado threat on Friday will be Wisconsin, Illinois, and Iowa. In parts of southwestern Oklahoma saw tornado damage during Thursday's severe storms, multiple tornadoes. There was one in Altus. It was on the ground for a while in Jackson County, causing damage near Altus. At least one home sustained damage. The El Dorado tornado, also in Jackson County. Storm Command was there when the tornado spun up just northeast of El Dorado. The storm left behind a trail of damage. Parts of a roof were torn off, trees were snapped, and it looks like a mattress was wrapped around a pole. Holy moly. The gustnado near Hollis. A gustnado was caught on camera as storms moved through the Hollis area. Storm Command tracked the storm south of Hollis, showing the gustnado picking up dirt in a rural area and the McKnight hail. COCO 5 meteorologist Michael Armstrong was near McKnight in Harmon County when large hail pelted the area. When it was safe, he got out and compared one of the stones, showing it was larger than a golf ball. A large tornado terrorized parts of southwestern Oklahoma Thursday. We just reported on them. This one here in Jackson County, I don't know which one it is, but you can see multiple vortices here in this video. Pretty fantastic there. Let's go back and take a look at that again. Ah, the beauty of Mother Nature. You can never get enough. But when it is knocking on your doorstep, well, you've had enough. Texas weather, more severe storms with big hail and a Memorial Day heat wave. You can see that level 2, level 1 severe storm threat from Austin all the way north to Sherman. And here's the hail map for Thursday, May 23rd, including some of the hail we just showed you. 84,555 people or locations impacted by 1 inch or larger hail. 2,380 locations impacted by 1.75 inch hail or larger. That's the gorilla hail. Holy macaroni. 3 square miles, in fact, of gorilla hail. Abilene, Texas, and Dallas, Texas were the 2 big winners. Chicken dinners. Tracking areas of severe thunderstorms and excessive rainfall and excessive heat today. Scattered severe thunderstorms will be possible from parts of the Midwest to the Mid-South and Southern Plains this afternoon and evening. Excessive rainfall may bring the potential for localized flash and small stream flooding impacts, along with river rises to parts of the Arklatex today and tonight. Excessive heat warnings are in effect today into tonight for parts of South Texas, the nexus of the Schmexus. Click on your county for more information to stay up to speed with what's happening in your region. Here is the GFS model. Let's take a quick look and move it through a few hours at a time. You can see a severe weather threat up here in the upper Midwest, and then in 3 hours, an explosion perhaps over Texas. It's going to peter out in just 6 hours, and some severe weather threats continue here on Monday and move east. The next extreme event midweek here on Wednesday, and we will wait for updated models. Let's take a quick look at the total snowfall, which is going to be plentiful as we head into summer. What a bummer. And there is all the snow through June 3rd. That looks like to be the end of the sequence, and there might not be any more snow falling until October. Shut up, Al! Get in your hole! Al Gore is not happy with the snow. Hundreds feared dead after landslide flattens remote Papua New Guinea village. And the landslide has massive boulders. It's extremely thick, And I don't think there will be many survivors. Hundreds are feared dead after massive landslide leveled dozens of homes and buried families alive in the remote village in northern Papua New Guinea early on Friday. According to a resident, more than 50 homes, many with people still asleep inside, were buried when the landslide hit Kawakalam village around 3 a.m. Villager Niga Role told routers by phone. The death toll was nearing 300, among them his brother and cousin. Our thoughts, our hearts, and our prayers go out to all of those affected. What a tragedy. I've seen things no one should go through. The overwhelming scale and loss in the Brazilian floods. More catastrophe, this is probably more related to the Hungatonga eruption and the 10 to 14% increase of stratospheric moisture than anything else. In the state of Rio Grande do Sul, authorities are struggling to find shelter for 500,000 displaced people as a health crisis is looming. And that has to do with poor sanitation and continuous flooding, mosquitoes, and the like. Can you imagine? In Canoas, more than 100,000 of its 347,000 inhabitants have been displaced, according to city officials. A stroll through the university buildings reveals tents made using goalposts, families and pets crammed into all corners, children playing, long queues for the bathroom, and people praying in the hallways. It's only going to get worse, folks. I hope you are prepping. Seismic update. Interesting bunch of quakes today. We had one up in Gladstone, New Jersey. This could be an aftershock from that earlier quake months ago. A 5.0 here in Russia, in the middle of nowhere. And we do have some moderate activity, 5.1 in Panama, as well as a 5.1 in Papua New Guinea. Adding insult to injury to the landslides there. Quick look at the Reykjanes Peninsula shows seismicity dropping off a cliff, so no eruption is imminent. But prior to eruptions, we have a quiet time, and that is the first time it's been this quiet in quite some time. So that might trigger an eruption anytime soon, maybe this weekend. Now, we told you about the uplift on the peninsula. It has now exceeded 5 paroxysms, 5 eruptions, 5 fissure eruptions, and now is the second highest inflation prior to an eruption. The only one higher is this blue one here, which is the November 19th, 2023 eruption. So cross your fingers. More is coming. White Island volcano alert level raised to 3 with this gas steam-rich plume this morning. Fuego to 15, Reventador to 15, Sangay to 20,000 today, Liwa Toby to 6,000, Nevado de Ruiz to 20,000, Tucono to 10, Popo to 21, Semaru, a puff and a pass. Sakodajima 8,000 foot today, Sabancaya to 25, Sakodajima to 6, Fuego to 15, Reventador 15, Liwa Toby to 8, Reykjanes is now reaching a very high inflation level, and an eruption is imminent. Sabancaya to 24, Sangay to 20, Nevado de Ruiz 22,000, Tucono to 10, Popo to 20. White Island, low-level eruption. We just showed you that. And there you go. That wraps up Worldwide Volcano News. Let's take a quick look at space weather. One of the massive sunspots from last week and a half ago's flurry of activity, including X-flares, AR3663, is now turning around the limb. The massive spot still exists, albeit it looks a little weaker, but we shall see as AR3663 from the previous rotation is now turning into view. In 3 days or so, AR3664, the one that gave us this super geomagnetic storm of May 2024, will be returning. So far, it appears to be stable with only minor C flares detected, but we will be getting a better understanding of what it is capable of during the next few days. Elsewhere, low-level M flares have been detected both around AR3679 nearing the west limb and AR3685 in the southwest quadrant. Those are the spots. There is the telemetry here showing solar flare detection, minor at best. So, no activity coming towards Earth, but large sunspots are turning in. Let's take a look at the latest HMI intensity, and we can blow up that region AR663, which will get a new assigned number in the coming hours. Oh, it's already been assigned. Let's take a look. There it is. New active region 3691, formerly 3663, and we'll be waiting for this plage that's now showing up is 3664. We'll be turning around the limb sometime soon. It's going to be a spicy week, folks. Buckle up. Here's an amazing paper coming. This is an article from MIT News. The origin of the sun's magnetic field could lie close to its surface. Well, how do you like them apples? Sunspots and flares could be a product of shallow magnetic fields, according to surprising new findings that may help scientists predict space weather, and adds more evidence of an electric star, yes, in a Birkeland current, being charged externally. Here's the paper. The solar dynamo begins near the surface, published the 22nd of May of this year. The magnetic dynamo cycle of the sun features a distinct pattern. A propagation region of sunspots emergence appears around 30 degrees latitude and vanishes near the equator every 11 years. Moreover, longitudinal flows called torsional oscillations closely shadow sunspots migration, undoubtedly sharing a common cause. We'll link you below to the article and the paper, and we may be discussing this on an upcoming Saturday radio show on Revolution Radio. Now, a comet approaching Earth could become brighter than the stars this fall. Tushinshan Atlas might become as brilliant as Venus. Cross your fingers that this electric comet explodes due to some, charge differential and plasma discharge. Astronomer Gianluca Massi of the Virtual Telescope Project captured this image of Comet C 2023-A3 Tushinshan Atlas on May 5th, 2024 from Sicano, Italy. And in a year in which we have already been treated to the great North American solar eclipse, the great May 2024 superstorm and aurora boom, one of the greatest displays of northern lights in the past 500 years. What other amazing celestial attractions might 2024 have? Well, we're just getting started, kids. It is the magnetic excursion that we've been living, and the field continues to weaken. How about a bright naked eye comet? Yeah, anything's possible. Cross your fingers and, get ready for the show. Breaking news. Ancient tools discovered in Maryland show the first humans came to America 7,000 years earlier than previously thought. The bad news is we've already known this for decades, but it's just getting out in the headlines. So there is that. When and how humans first settled the Americas is a subject of considerable controversy because many people's livelihoods are based on the Clovis first theory. That couldn't be further from the truth. There has been evidence of Solutrean cultures in North America for decades. They just were not allowed to be published or revealed to the public. And that has to do everything with the problems in science these days. Just like the climate cult, the climate Nazis, and the Green New Agenda, all of it garbage, none of it based on actual science or facts. Now, what we did have is a confirmation of footprints 23,000 years old in the White Sands Desert, and these artifacts appear to date around that time. Darwin Lowery discovered 286 artifacts in the Chesapeake Bay, with the oldest embedded in charcoal that dated back more than 22,000 years. Holy macaroni. All the links will be below. A family stricken with rare brainworms, just like JFK Jr. or RFK. You know, that guy running for president that has the weird voice. Well, they got the brainworms from eating undercooked bear. Lesson here. Eat your bear medium well. That's all I'm going to say. You want to know about some of the most disgusting facts on planet Earth? 20 years ago, I started my activism work, and it began with looking into Monsanto, which is now Bayer. They had a revolving door that led with the EPA and the federal government, which led to huge amounts of corruption and cover-up in foods and the GMO foods. It's even worse than multinational chemical corporations. We're talking 3M and DuPont and the toxification of the entire planet. Now, the first multinational corporation to pollute the entire world indefinitely was Monsanto, with its PCBs, all carcinogenic, all bioaccumulating, all over the world. Well, now we have 3M and DuPont creating Teflon and C8 and PFOA and PFAS chemicals, now polluting every single drop of rain on Earth, every single river, every single waterway, and every single human and animal. We have these chemicals in our blood, every single one of us, every single animal. And they knew about it since the 1970s. These corporations continue to get fined, tiny little fines. It's insane. 3M and DuPont got fined $16.5 million for polluting the entire earth by the EPA, because the people that were working in the EPA are the same exact people that worked for 3M. Check out The Devil We Know, the chemistry of a cover-up on Oppenheimer Ranch Project on Rumble. Give us a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and share this video as it's being covered up, because the facts matter. And if you want to eat clean products without chemicals and PFAS, grow your own food. All heirloom vegetable seeds from the Alliance of Native Seed Keepers are the cheapest seed packs on earth, $2 per pack. You get 10% off if you use coupon code ORP2024. You get free shipping with orders over $25. Go get them. Peace of mind. And, well, no chemicals on your food. And that's a boom to knowledge. Please share this video, as we are shadow banned and we need your help to grow. Become a Patreon. Support the work we do. Watch all of our podcasts in one place, commercial free. I've been run ragged. We have a trip coming up in just about 36 hours out to Crow Canyon. And, well, I'm exhausted. Be safe. We love you. Hit the thumbs up.
Mew, mew.